The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Habits of Health community call. I know people are still coming into the room to join us tonight. I am so glad that all of you have decided to spend some time with us and join us tonight to talk about element 9. We're going to be talking about reaching your healthy weight using nutritious fuelings, actually reaching your healthy weight faster using nutritious fuelings. And so I'm Michelle Heyman, and I'm going to be your host for tonight. I am really excited to be here with all of you. So let me tell you just a little bit about me. I have some people to share their stories, but I just want to let you know kind of why I'm here and why I'm talking about this element. I decided I needed to start yet another diet. Maybe you've been there before. And my mom was getting ready to take me on a cruise, and I thought, uh-oh, no way. Let's find another program that I can get this weight off, because that's what I did. Any of you yo-yo dieters take the weight off, but put it right back on? Then I found this program, and what was different than anything else I had done is I not only dropped the weight, but I did it in a healthy, nutritious way with all these components that I've never heard of, a support and education, and it totally has transformed my life. So here I am on the left, wearing ruffles, of course, to cover up, and this was not even me at my heaviest. I didn't have pictures of me at my heaviest. Maybe you were like me and you avoided the camera. But now on the right, here I am, confident, healthy, living in optimal health, and just really proud to be here as an independent OPTAVIA coach with all of you. So let's go over our agenda for tonight. We're going to be talking about the mindset, the skill set, and give you some action. Now, if you're already an OPTAVIAN, these words sound familiar to you. So the mindset, understanding the science behind properly fueling your body in order to achieve your goal weight. The skill set, using the components of the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan to reach a healthy weight. That was key for me, you guys, using all the components to reach a healthy weight. And then I'm going to give you some action, and that's going to be to review your fueling schedule with your coach. So before we really get going, I want to just do a quick poll. The question is, which answer describes you best? If you wouldn't mind taking a moment and just answering that poll, are you an OPTAVIA coach? Are you an OPTAVIA client? Or are you a guest with us here tonight? So if everyone could just click one, I'm going to go ahead and vote myself. I am an OPTAVIA coach, so that's what I'm going to click. Click submit. And thank you for taking the time to answer our first poll. So let's talk about our Habits of Health transformational system. This is it. This is the incredible tool where we're going to get the information that we're discussing tonight. Do you not just love this system? It was a game changer for me. And I'm so grateful for Dr. A for taking the time to create this. We have our LifeBook. We have this amazing app and the Habits of Health book. You guys, the LifeBook, you get to rewrite your story. You get to rewrite your story. Now, maybe you have not spent a lot of time using these tools. I want to encourage you. If you haven't, it's okay, but it's time. It's time to jump in. Jump in with both feet, because even though that LifeBook is thick, you guys, there's 26 elements. We're only talking about element 9 tonight. You have about 2 weeks to spend on each element. And as you're working through the element, it's going to help get your mind healthy. And so there's no need to rush through it, but I do want to encourage you to dive in, because when you get to the end of that book, your story is going to look completely different. And I'm just so excited for you and what that's going to look like. So in element 9, we explore the value and the simplicity of fuelings when eating every 3 hours. We're going to create a simple and convenient fueling plan for the weight loss phase of your journey, and understand the value and timing of eating whole foods. So I have another poll for you guys. What do you believe are the keys to reaching and maintaining a healthy weight? We have 5 choices. A, eating every 3 hours. The next one is healthy motion, then healthy hydration, then exercising rigorously, or the last choice is A, B, and C. So that would be eating every 3 hours, healthy motion, and healthy hydration. If you wouldn't mind selecting one answer, and we're gonna actually, in a little bit, not yet, we're gonna review those results and see what you guys said. I voted, but I didn't tell you what I voted. So I'm just really excited. As we move past this poll, we're gonna have my first guest speaker, and I'm really excited to introduce Lesley Bogash. Lesley is a childhood friend, and here's her picture. I'm not gonna give her story because I don't wanna take it away, but you guys look at her transformation. Here she is on the left, and here she is on the right. And I can't even remember, it seems so long ago, Lesley, that I can barely even remember you on the left, because now you've been living in optimal health. So I'm gonna stop talking and let you take it away.
Hey, Michelle and everyone else. Thank you so much for having me on the call tonight. I actually am so happy that you can't remember the left-hand side of me anymore. I really try not to remember that so much either. I will tell you that before picture was a year before I started our wonderful program. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been so busy just getting through your day, getting through your life, that you forgot that life is meant to be lived and have fun and enjoy your life. Put a 1 in the chat. So for me, back in, it was in June of 2014, I was feeling really low in my life. I was working at 2 full-time jobs, one I loved, one I didn't love so much. But I was just kind of just getting through the day-to-day, not really living my life, not really having a ton of fun, and also kind of hiding a lot. So I would hide in my house. I wouldn't go out when everybody else was going out. I didn't really want to participate in things where my picture would be taken. I always was the picture taker, or I would put my kid in front of me, or a pillow, or things like that. So I was really feeling low. I was tired all the time. My energy was low. Some health issues were starting to come around. And then out of like nowhere, I kept seeing these amazing transformation stories on social media from my childhood friend, Michelle. Finally, I said, I got to see what she's doing. So a particular night, I was feeling really low, and I looked at my husband and I said, I'm going to call Michelle. I need to see what she's doing. I got on the phone with her, and it was so weird. I actually had a little bit of hope that I could make this change. I had failed 18 times in my life to finally make this change prior to OPTAVIA. And even though I had a little bit of hope, I had hope on other plans before, and then I just failed at them. But Michelle said, I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to hold your hand all the way. Will you trust me for 1 month? Do exactly what the program is, entail it. And I said, I will do it 100% exactly how it's written. So it's perfect for me to be sharing about element 9, because element 9 made me finally stop thinking about food all the time, stop wanting to eat stuff that I knew wasn't healthy. So I would eat every 3 hours. It was so easy that I couldn't believe how easy it was. All I did was eat the food, drink my water, plan a healthy, lean and green I wouldn't say I still love cooking. I still don't love cooking all that much, but it taught me to like vegetables. I never liked vegetables before. But one of the things, eating this way, it really teaches you when you're hungry. Put a 2 in the chat if you ever ate when you weren't hungry. I would have to put like tons of 2s. I never knew when I was hungry prior to OPTAVIA. So obviously you could see in the picture, I was able to lose 76 pounds. I love that I turned 50 years old 2 weeks ago and I'm still in my optimal health. I actually put exercise into my daily habits. I have been trying to do that for quite a long time and now I finally have done that really, really well. But it's really just that simple. Having support, accountability, along with our program with the Fuelings, you really can't go wrong. You just have to give it time and know that you absolutely can do it. If you plug into the system and plug in with your coach, every time your coach is going to call you weekly, take the call. My call, it was so funny. I got my shipment, I think, on a Friday. I decided that I cannot start on a Monday. I always start everything on a Monday. So I decided I was going to start on a Wednesday, the 2 days before I started. Boy, did I eat some stuff. And my husband, he said, why are you doing that? You're going to have another 5 pounds to lose. I said, I don't care. I got to get out of my system. But what I learned along the way changed everything about my life. I'm a little strange. 8 days after I started as a client, I decided to jump like head first into coaching. My best friend wanted to get on program. We've done other programs before. I wanted to help her. That also was such an amazing thing. I didn't know what I was going to do when I started coaching. I was like, how can I coach anyone? But I knew that I already felt better in just about 8 days. So I did start becoming a coach. Helping my clients is something I help them, but guess what, guys? They help me right back every single day with accountability. I love that after I get off a call with any of my clients, there is no way I'm going to go eat M&Ms. That was something I used to eat all of the time. And I'm so thankful that Michelle was brave enough to share this program. She gave me hope when I had none. And, you know, I thank her all the time, and I can't end this call without thanking her. I thank her and Dr. A. I used to feel like I was living in Groundhog's Day. And then I realized, you know, life is meant to be lived full out. So I just want to thank Michelle again for this program, for having me on the call tonight. And for all of you that are on the call, I see a lot of you guys saying it's your first week or you're just at the beginning and you're not sure. Stay with it. Stay 100% on this and you will literally change your life.
I love it, Lesley. And thank you so much for trusting me to come alongside of you in your journey. And I know you couldn't see the chat and it was blowing up so fast, I couldn't read it all, but so many people can relate to your story. And I know that you just provided hope to a lot of people who are just getting started, or maybe they have started and they're struggling because M&Ms are calling their name. But it's been so fun to come alongside of you and to assist you to get healthy, but also to partner with you as coaching and change the world. So thank you so much for taking the time tonight and share your story and inspire so many. I just know that some people are just gonna jump right in, literally like you did, just jump right in and take control of their health. So exciting. Thank you, Lesley. So right before Lesley spoke, we did a poll. So I think we're gonna launch the results of that poll and see what you guys said. So, wow, an overwhelming 94% of you picked A, B, and C. That's my people. You guys are in the Habits of Health transformational system. I love it. I absolutely love it. And 0% of you said exercising rigorously or healthy motion. Because what we know is that that's a great tool to help you keep your weight off, but we really want to get to that healthy BMI with proper nutrition before we start that. So you guys are on the right path. So excited to see the results of that poll. So there's Lesley's picture one last time. And I am going to actually read a quote. I don't know if you guys, when you guys read your book, your LifeBook, do you have a highlighter in hand? Because I do. And it's funny because this was one of the quotes that I highlighted because it just spoke to me. Sometimes something speaks to you. This one spoke to me. Eating something healthy every 3 hours that will optimize your nutrition and at the same time help you create a healthy weight is asking most people to step out of their comfort zone. Here we are going to introduce a powerful way to overcome the logistical barriers to creating a healthy weight and eating pattern. Get out of your comfort zone. How many of you were like me and how to get out of your comfort zone? It's suggested to eat 6 times a day. Wait a minute, I grew up eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Are you gonna tell me to change my eating? I don't have time to eat 6 times a day, right? There's lots of logistical barriers that we could say, oh, I travel a lot. I don't have time in the kitchen to do all this. Our program makes it that simple. So yes, we step out of our comfort zone, but breakthrough is on the other side. So thank you, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, for that amazing quote. I just love it. So let's talk about our fuelings for a second. I just love our fuelings. You guys, they're based on 40 years of experience and evidence-based research. 40 years, that's a long time. They're macro balanced, 24 vitamins and minerals. We're getting everything that our body needs. They create a gentle yet effective burning state, fat burning state, and they support our digestive health with the amazing probiotics, Ganadin BC30. You guys, they truly are best in class. And there's an amazing variety. Drop in the chat what your favorite fueling is, because there's probably so much variety from all of you who have a different favorite. They're all low glycemic, they're portable, they're convenient, they can be used long-term. You guys, I lost my weight, but I still use the fuelings. Guess what? When I'm done this call, you know what I'm gonna have? My favorite. I'll tell you my favorite. It's the brownie. I love the brownie. So long-term, it's a healthy snack. Why would I not continue to use them living in optimal health? They truly are goof-proof and they're cost-effective. The other thing I love is that they all have the same nutritional footprint. So it doesn't matter if you have cereal or pancakes for breakfast, or maybe you want a bar or a shake or even chocolate pudding. Love that. Love that. So I actually have another speaker that I asked to come on tonight and share a little bit about her journey. Pam Franklin is a client as well as a coach, and she has an incredible story. Check out her picture before I take it down, but what I want you guys to focus on is her face. Look at her face on the left and look at her smile on the right. And again, I don't want to take away her story because I don't know what she's going to say, but Pam, you take it away, girl.
Hey, everybody. It is such an honor to be on this call tonight. Thank you, Michelle, for asking me. Element 9 may be a small little element, but let me tell you something. It is the one that helped me get to my goal. I started my health journey, and I was one of those that had tried everything. If you're one of those that tried everything, put a 1 in the chat, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I was under the belief that all I had to do was eat less calories and exercise more. Like, I was one of those that would have said exercising vigorously is one of the ways we could lose our weight. And I actually tried that, y'all. And it really didn't work. It was much more than that. It was the nutrition. And I was addicted to carbs. I was addicted to sugar. And honestly, chocolate was one of my food groups. So there was nobody that was going to tell me that I was going to take away chocolate because it was too precious to me. I would just have to figure out a way to lose weight. And then OPTAVIA and the Habits of Health came into my life. And let me tell you, it was a game changer. And I saw a bunch of you people say that you love the brownie. There are so many chocolate options that I didn't miss chocolate. And I was feeling so good. And I soon realized that I could fit this into any part of my day. If I was sitting at my desk working, I could get a fueling and be working, eat it, get back to work. If I wanted to go shopping, I would stick those things in my purse and I would go shopping. If I wanted to go on a trip, they can travel, bus, train, plane, ship, bike, whatever you're on, these things can go with you and help you stay on your health goals. So a little over a year ago, I went on a cruise and I decided there was nothing that was going to get me off of my health goals. So I figured I was just going to take those Fuelings with me, and I did. They went on the Harmony of the Seas with me, and 5 times a day I ate my Fuelings. I ate the dinner on the ship, and I even had the sugar-free dessert. And guess what, y'all? I came home and I had lost a pound. And I guarantee you, a lot of people got off that ship that day and had probably 10 pounds to lose. And here I came off healthy. And let's talk about the lean and green meals. Who would have thought that we could make such great meals and eat vegetables and actually like them? And to take cauliflower and make a pizza with it? I mean, come on now. I still do the cauliflower crust pizza. It's one of my favorites because that's how my body likes to eat. I quickly discovered that I would have to try really hard to fail at this program. I'm gonna say it again. I would have to try really hard to fail at this program because Dr. Anderson, like he says, this is goof proof. You can't mess it up. If you can count to 5 and plan a lean green meal, you're gold. That's all you have to do. I was thinking the other day that the Fuelings kind of remind me a little bit of the book Green Eggs and Ham. And I know right now you guys are probably thinking, oh, this girl's crazy. Where'd you get her from? But y'all just hear me out. You know, you get your box and you unpack it and you pick out your Fuelings and you go and you eat one and you're like, ugh. That didn't taste very good. So then you get on your team support page and you start telling everybody how much you hated the so-and-so and you're looking for a hack. Well, if your coach will lovingly tell you the truth, she'll say, just set it aside and come back to it in a couple weeks because I promise you, your taste buds will change and maybe you'll like it. And that was the case for me a lot of times. So in closing, I'm going to read a little bit of the book Green Eggs and Ham to you. I do like them, Sam, I am, and I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with the goat, and I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, you see? So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox. I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse. I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. That's why I was successful, because this program fit absolutely into my life perfectly. My life was different every day, but this was a program that was consistent. I could count on it, and I knew it was going to help me get to my goal. I lost 58 pounds after my goal was to lose 20. Like I said, y'all, I would have had to try really hard to mess this up. I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you for letting me share.
I love it, Pam. Who knew we were all going to come out of this call with a new favorite story? What an amazing comparison. And the chat was just blowing up. I know that so many people Pam can relate to you. I hope you guys felt her energy. Pam is just so fun. It's so fun to watch her. She continues to use our Fuelings, living in optimal health. She lives out loud. And you guys, this is why we do what we do. Having people like Lesley and Pam in my life, it makes this journey so fun. It's so easy. All right, we got to go on. We got some great information to go over, but Pam and Lesley, thank you so much for sharing your stories. So check this out. In a recent clinical study, OPTAVIA programs were found to be 10 times more effective than a self-directed reduced calorie diet for weight loss. 10 times, you guys. I mean, who doesn't want those odds? 10 times more effective. So actually, the 5-in-1 could actually be perceived as healthier than whole foods because of its simplicity. The consistent structure and the nutrition and the balance of the proteins, the carbs, the vitamins, the minerals, the probiotics, and all the science behind the formula of the Fuelings. All of that together, along with the support of a coach. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I hope I have permission for a second, because some of you may think whole foods are healthier. And I'm not saying whole foods are bad, because they're not. But when we're talking about weight loss, we all had access to whole foods. Did we get to a healthy weight? Did we make the right choices? Did we know what to do? I'm just saying, OPTAVIA was our tool to help us get there. We have these nutritious fuelings that help us get to a healthy weight. Along with our fuelings, you guys, we have a lean and green. This is one of our meals a day where you're having 5 to 7 ounces of cooked lean protein, meat, poultry, fish, and 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. You guys, the program has everything in mind that we need. Our body gets everything. And with this lean and green meal, I'm actually going to read something because I don't want to mess it up. The lean and green meal makes sure you are receiving healthy fats, which are important in maintaining absorption of fat, soluble vitamins, normal digestion, and gallbladder functions. You guys, we're getting everything we need. The lean and green can be any time of day. You get to choose. Most people choose to have it at dinner, but there's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. So let's talk about the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan. This is our Habits of Health clock. You've probably seen it if you've been reading through the LifeBook. It's throughout the book. You get to choose 5 convenient fuelings to use throughout the day. Whichever ones you like, pick your favorites. Prepare 1 lean and green meal. That's it. 1 meal is all we need to prepare. And we're going to use this Habits of Health clock to fuel your body every 3 hours. You guys, it's an easy schedule to start really gaining control over your weight and your health. Dr. A makes it so simple. We wake up, we fuel our body, and that sets our clock for the rest of the day. Simple, right? This is it. Eating 6 times a day using our Habits of Health clock. So I do have one last poll for you. What action are you going to take as a result of this element? I would love for you to post in the chat. What's the one thing that you're going to do as a result of being on this call and of this element? I'd love to see some of the things that you're going to do, because the truth is action creates results. When you put pen to paper, when you say it out loud and declare it, it's more likely to happen, to come true. So what can you do as a result of this element? So one last poll for you guys. Thank you so much for doing this with me. How did you enjoy this community time? You've got 5 choices: excellent, very good, good, below average, or poor. We're always looking to improve, so please be honest. And I definitely don't want you to forget that there are other resources that you can tap into. We have a YouTube playlist that you guys always have access to. All the previous elements are in there. We have the Habits of Health podcast. You can subscribe to that, as well as our OPTAVIA 30 text. All you have to do is text OPTAVIA 30 to 99000. And I'm excited to share with you guys, our second quarter schedule is up. We have an amazing lineup this next quarter. You're gonna wanna block out this time and join us. This is through June. Amazing lineup coming up. Please block out that time for our community time. And next week, my friend Amber Smithson is gonna be hosting. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss this one. She's talking about the secret behind Fuelings, the nutritional and behavioral science. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. We are going to continue on into some inspiring stories of inspiration. If you want to stay on with us, awesome. If not, we will see you next week.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan, which differs from the International Compensation Plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.